Shalom, shalom, Akim, it's your brother here, Yakanin. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ukakodash, Barakatum. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and that taught me this truth. And salutations out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that are putting in this work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully. To you I say, Shalom. All right, we're just going to read Revelations 18 today. All right, the desolation of Babylon, which is referred to in the scriptures. It's Babylon, but we know in today's age it is America. Okay, the virgin daughter, the wicked. All right. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth had committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. So what it's saying is basically America is the top country around the world. America sets the precedence for the rest of the countries around the world. Okay? They have drunk the wine of the wrath of our fornications, meaning they've dined and taken all the philosophies and ideologies and ways and acquired them to their ways of life. Okay? All the pagan holidays, all the ways of life, okay? All the ideas, all the structures, they all come from America. They all come from Babylon, okay? And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of here, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. All right, the Lord ain't forget what you have done, Babylon. All right, what you have done, Edomites, okay? It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she had filled to her double. So everything that America has done to our people, everything that you Edomites have done to our people, have done to us Israelites, us so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, it's going to be done double unto you according to the scriptures. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. That's that pride from America, man. These Babylonians talking about who going to shoot her down, who going to take her over. That's that pride, man. And we know that pride go up before destruction. Okay? Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. Okay, and real soon, all these plagues, all these famines, all these nuclear missiles is going to take out America. Okay, in 1 hour, according to scriptures. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. All these people that love America, all you people that are friends of the world, that loved it here. Okay, that wanted this place to continue on. You're going to be sad. You're going to be weeping. You're going to be moaning. You're going to be crying. You're going to be in distress because of the abominations and the works that are done here in America by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, at last, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. There you have it, in 1 hour. It's going to take 1 hour for the Lord to dismantle this place, man. It took how many years for this place to be built up off the backs of us Israelites? And in 1 hour, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to dismantle this whole place, man. Okay, it's going to be left for what did it say earlier? Habitation of the devils and of every foul spirit and cage, unclean and hateful bird. It's the only thing that's going to be dwelling in this land here, man. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. They're not going to be able to profit off America anymore. Their country isn't going to be able to thrive off the ways of America anymore because America is not going to no longer be here. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones, and of the pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet, and all thine fine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all the things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, at last, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold, and precious stones, and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster, and all the company, and ships, and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off. It's going to be done, man. This place is going to be wiped away. It's going to be no more. It's going to be no more mirth in here, man. It's going to be wiped away. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads, and cried, and weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea, by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. Desolate. I mean, there's nothing here no more. There's nothing to profit off of, okay? All them good dainties and precious stones and all that. There's no more. It's burnt up. It's done. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh have avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, it shall be found no more at all. Okay? And 8, the saints shall take the kingdom. All right, we're going to take this place down, Babylon, Lord, when we build those men, and then we're going to usher in a new kingdom. Okay? A new rulership. Okay, with the so-called white man, these Edomites will no longer be in rule, but it's going to be us Israelites, us so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. We're going to be in rule. We're going to be the top. And as the scriptures say, when the wicked are in rule, the people mourneth. But when the righteous are in rule, the people rejoice. The world's going to rejoice. The land's going to rejoice. The animals are going to rejoice. The people, even the heathens, are going to rejoice, because we're going to be giving them good water. They're going to be having to rest on the Sabbath. It's going to be no eating abominations like shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. Okay? Just everything's going to be done decently and in order. So there can be no wickedness done. There's going to be wickedness done by the heathens, but that's just why we're there, to whip them back into subjection and to whip them back into the, the ways of righteousness. Us as Israelites, it's going to be installed in us. The laws are going to be in us, in our heart. We're not going to need no correction, because we're going to know what right and wrong is. We're going to know what righteousness is. We're not going to be able to commit sin. We're not going to be able to transgress the law, because it's going to be within us. We're going to be perfect. We're going to have God-like bodies. We're not going to be humans. Okay, we're not going to be deceived and thrown off because of the flesh. We're not going to be in these everlasting chains of darkness anymore. And the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee. And no craftsman or whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of this earth, for by their sorceries were all nations deceived. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth, which is a lot of us Israelites were slain. Okay, a lot of us were killed in them ships that were brought over here. All right, a lot of us died in this ocean. A lot of us died on those boats. A lot of us died when we came over here. All right, America has a lot of blood on its hands. A lot of innocent blood. A lot of blood from the Israelites that we're going to be spilling that same blood from you heathens, man. All right, you Moabites, you Ishmaelites, you Arabs, you Edomites, you so-called blacks, even you Hamites, you so-called Africans, man. All right, every nation that's over here in America now is going to get it, man. All right, and it's all payback. It's all vengeance. It's all his indignation, as the scriptures talk about. Okay, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is coming back for division, for destruction, for blood. All right, for war. All right, and his men are going to be with him on that. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ukakwadash, Bavakatum. Double honors to the elders and apostles and millstone who rule well and that taught me this truth. And salutations out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that are putting his work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully. To you, I want to say Shalom.